body was found, but it was real beat up. I remember that. Most of her head was gone. How in the hell did she get there? Did she walk 50 miles in her underwear in the middle of the night and throw herself off the bridge?
He had done a very good job of smashing and shattering those bones. I don't remember exactly, but probably the largest bone that was in there would be the size of one of your fingers, maybe a little bigger.
With that degree of burning, much of the bodies were destroyed. The bullets would have been consumed also in the fire.
Do you think that violence in the media has an impact on the people?
Yes, I think it has a great impact on people because what we see on news, what we see on TV shows, on series, it really influences the behavior of people. I think it's basically sick people because normal people cannot do this, but we saw a lot of murders that have been reproduced from movies or TV shows.
Okay, do you have like an example of a movie or a TV show?
Yes, the movie Jacques Léventreur has been reproduced several times in the USA, so by mentally sick people. So, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Hello everybody and welcome in our documentary. I'm Julie and today we'll talk about crimes and TV. Well, today I woke up in the morning and I opened the TV as usual and all I listened was about crime. I mean, in today's world, crimes become very frequent with the times. All you see is someone killed somebody or the bank was robbed and so on. The expansion of the criminal justice system is a real consequence of 2 decades of ghetto policy making. I mean, new policies include those targeted at violent and repeat offenders, such as the death penalty and 3 strikes laws. They also include new mandatory sentences and policing strategies that target non-violent property and public order offenders. Much of the growth of prisons and jail population is a real result of policies and practices that target those non-violent offenders. I mean, how did we get to that point? How did the ghetto policies come to be defined as the best solution of our crime? Many popular and academic explanations of this pattern identify heights or even rising rate of crime. By crime, I mean an act committed or omitted in violation of law. Well, you will see more about that in our future interviews. Does the government have found some way to set up violence on TV?
Well, in France, the government have no much influence on the violence on TV and the program themselves. But we've got a special organ that is the CSA, the Superior Council of Audiovisuel, that have set up some symbols on different programs to prevent kids and youngsters to watch certain programs. In fact, you can see on different series or movies some pictures at the bottom of the screen talking about minus 10, minus 12, minus 16 or minus 18 years old, and meaning that the program can contain violent scenes or choking scenes or sexual scenes. And in function of this symbol, the program cannot be broadcasted everywhere on TV, and this is a system, well, this is the best system found in France to protect kids and young to see choking scenes.
Okay, and is there just the government doing that or other way to...
Well, no, not in France. Not only the government have set up some rules to protect people from seeing violence on programs. We also have, but this is not only in France but worldwide, we also have TV constructors that put some control, parental control on the screen, where you can type your own code, and so it will avoid your kids to fall on different non-appropriate programs. And this is also the case with the FAI, the companies that provide internet access, like the box, that's also set up different ways to control the programs.
Okay, well, thank you.
Here is the Judge Ketia, who is going to talk about the increase of the crimes and the violence in general.
Thank you, Jonathan. What people have to know is that violence is not new. Violence is a very old phenomenon, but what is it to focus on is the increase of violence and the more and more violent societies. But whom responsibility is it? I think it is a matter of consciousness, and adults, especially parents if you have kids, has to be very involved in this. They have to be able to sensibilize kids or teenagers and control them. Not too much, because you know that young people, when they feel too controlled, they feel they don't feel comfortable anymore. So it is a risk that the violence can increase. But I just have to sensibilize kids to make them aware of the risk that all those games about wars, TV series, even internet can be media for them to be too used to violence, and then they don't feel they're not scared of violence anymore. Violence is a part of their life, and I think it is, as I said, a matter of consciousness and sensibilization.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
What about crimes on TV?
Nowadays there's a lot of violence on TV with famous series like The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones. This is an immoral series with a lot of violence. And then it's like that movie and musical movie.
Why people are watching that? That violence?
I think people are looking for something they cannot do in the reality. Also, they like series like Quarante Mille Accusés. It's a documentary on the reality, the true crime that happened, and they like to watch it to feel. I think they want to feel feel.
Like a video game.
Yeah, also.
We have here an example of someone who was victim of violence of the media. Well, we can listen to you.
So basically, like, it was during the New Year's Eve in London. Like, I was getting out of a club, and like for no reason, someone just punched me on the face, and I woke up on the street, like I was unconscious. And the day after, like I read an article in London talking about the fact that many young people are playing the game GTA, and they are playing it in the real life, like they're like attacking people, like old people in the street for no reason. And this kind of game like really affects and have a very big impact on these people.
Thank you for your. Thank you to be with us today, and watch your back and keep watching TV. Bye bye.